because they say that, let's say, okay, you end up with a one state solution, and but there's still an issue where you might not necessarily be a Jewish majority, and that's essential to Israel's national nature. But I wondered what you say to the argument of, like, well, does Israel need to be entirely democratic in all elements, even if if the demographics are an issue? Because I think about, look at the rest of the Middle East, right? There's plenty of countries where they're not entirely or hardly democratic, actually, and like, what the principle here is that surely we are entitled to one home in the world, and frankly, people can still get many rights and benefits even when not having every single democrat right to, let's say, decide how our government is run. If you don't like it, go to another Arab country. That's my view, but I wondered what your view was on that question.
I like the way you phrased that, because and you said it in a way that I like, which is, it's not entirely democratic, or let's say it more in the positive, which is Israel is built with liberal principles. But that does not mean it's a liberal democracy. It's a Middle East country and an ethnic national state, like all the other countries. I love how the left is like, oh, you're talking about an ethno state. Well, what do you think this Palestine that you want to create is? It's also an
Right.
ethno state, and all the countries are an ethno state. What do you like?
Well, no, no,
What kind
but
of
yeah,
thing?
but they'll say no, but Jews can live in it. Jews can live in the Palestinian state, or they'll say, let it just be
No,
one
they cannot.
democracy.
They cannot.
No,
They've said it. The Palestinian Authority has stated over and over again that they would have zero tolerance for any Jews. They've said it all the time.
fine, but I
Mahmoud
mean,
Abbas has
people
said
in
that ad nauseum. And in any case, we know, you could tell us whatever you want. We all know what it is to live under Arab rule. We've done it for 1,600 years. We know 1,400 years. We know exactly what it's like. So come on, give me a break. See, back to common sense. Like, give me a break. Like, we know what it means to live under Arab rule, and I don't think that when the Jews came out of the Holocaust and were coming to help reestablish the third Commonwealth, the Jewish state, I don't think that they were like, "Ooh, let's build the only democracy that the Arabs know." No, I don't think so. I think that we were trying to build a Jewish state, again, a small landmass, a small piece of land amongst the giant landmass of the Muslim Arab world.
yeah,
And I think that we should have liberal principles: freedom of association, freedom of commerce, freedom of movement, freedom of religion to some extent, unless it's jihadist religion. To some, I would caveat that freedom of religion, like, I don't think that this land could tolerate idolatry, and I don't think this can tolerate jihadism, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, that's a finer point. But the bottom line is that we as a peoplehood are have liberalism. I mean liberties kind of sewn into the fabric of what the Jewish freedom of expression. Without that, we would just explode. So those are important, but I do not believe that it's a one man, one vote thing here at all.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
And
that
I
we
think
have to be like a Middle East country.
the key point is, we have to stop, like, dance beating around the bush with people. We should just be straight up. Yeah, we're a Jewish country, and I think that's one of
That's
the
right.
big themes of this discussion. So, the last two questions I want to ask
And the
were,
and the
one,
Arabs respect that. They respect that. They
yeah,
respect that kind of language, because, and then you got a guy like Norman Finkelstein attacking me all day long. I didn't get a chance to talk about this on the Pierce Morgan show, but if you analyze Norman Finkelstein's stuff throughout all of his career, he has a complete absence of religion on all issues. He does
mm,
not understand jihadism at all. Never will he say that Hamas, that rules Gaza, is jihadist, although they have a charter that lays the whole thing out clearly. And yet, nope, it's all about liberties and rights. They want equalities. They want to get out of prison. They want a chance to work and live. And it's nothing to do with religion, God, jihadism, and destroying the Jews and all that kind of stuff. Even though killing the Jews is literally in the Hamas charter, and the destruction of Israel is there. So he'll never mention that. And he'll also never understand the Jewish claim to the land from a religious point of view. For him, it's anathema. And he just has no sense. Now, what bothers me about that is that means he's actually a complete foreigner to this land mass, to this
yeah,
area. This region,
absolutely.
the Abrahamic region, talks with religion and with history. These are important things around here,
Yeah,
but he does not
yeah.
understand that.